Hello, my fellow Shek. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Kenshi Shek's Conquest, episode 77. All right, nothing left. Oh no. I hate when I find raw iron on them, because raw iron is so annoying to have to stash and ditch. So basically, it nearly has no value. It's really heavy. Hey Byron, thanks for gifting out a sub. And thanks for hanging out. How's your day off, buddy? Is it good? Weather in the storm? Maybe you ought to play a little Frostpunk later to roleplay your real-life survival situation. That's what I would do. Alright, everybody is all squared away with their inventories cleaned. Except for Kang, because I was building with him. I'm under attack? Oh, just by hungry bandits. Yeah, it's not an issue. And then my crafters, are you all clean? Almost. Which is good. Tora has some chainmail on him, which I have no space for. I'm just going to leave it on the floor and hope that I remember it later. And job's off. And then chemo, you're good too. Oops. There we go. Squad's ready. Jackson, I'm just going to assume that you're still the slowest, because you were the last time I checked. Before I actually leave, let's get some food. Wow, that is a lot of snow. Well, stay as safe as you can. Alright, so we'll follow Jackson. I have cleaned out and cleared out this ancient tech lab down here. So I think I'm due to go to the Iron Trail. Alright. That's a bit of a sketchy run, but we're up for it. Head to the Iron Trail, Ancient Tech Lab. I think Jackson and Shona are tied. One of the things that you can also do, if people are tied for slowest, is to actually just actively, purposely slow someone down. So I just took Jackson's boots off, or his sandals off, so that he can run a little faster. Or, sorry, he can run a little slower. And that way, everybody keeps up with him. Keeps the group cohesion together, which is important when you get, like, ganked by big things, blood spiders, cannibals. We're headed into a very unfriendly region of the world. Full of screaming, shrieking, murderous little idiots. So, important to stay together as a group and not become like chemo and fall behind unnoticed. Like it's some sort of cheap B horror flick where you know they're going to get picked off and you're screaming at the screen and you're just wondering why the director made it so obvious. Don't do that. You know what a job is? I know we were talking about some massive amounts of snow. I have some family up in Washington State, and in that area, in the Pacific Northwest, is ski patrol using howitzers. There's a few mountains in the U.S. where they clear avalanches, or they mitigate the potential for avalanches with heavy artillery, and that sounds like a lot of fun. I would never work long enough to ever be qualified to do that, but that sounds like a blast to me. Pun fully intended. Come on. Come on, zoning. Let's go. Well, even with Jackson's boots off, Shona seems slower. So Jackson, put your boots back on and we'll just follow Shona then. If she's trying to be the slowest. Well, so be it. I don't care who the slowest is, I just want to know who they are, you know? I remember when I was a little kid and there was a big winter storm and I went out in my snow gear and I somehow managed to just lose one of my snow boots. Like, straight up just didn't know where it went. Like, I was jumping in waist-deep snow and it just came off and I couldn't find it. And had to, like, hop home in, like, 3-foot deep snow. just strange snow problems. You know how it is. Hey, it's the Hub! You know, before I, King, you can stick around for a second. Let's say hi to the barman, who I, like, saved his life her life multiple times. I guess it doesn't mean very much when I don't even remember their gender, so shame on me. And they have nothing I want. But I have spent a lot of time here chatting up this barman, buying their meat, and selling Dust Bandit gear. Good times. I'm also going to swing by the Hive Village, hoping to pick up some blueprints for polearms, because we're going to be assigning specialty weapons on a case-by-case basis, and I suspect that people are going to want me to manufacture the weapons of their desires. I don't think I am going to be buying them. It's just too easy to buy a bunch of Edge 3s and be God. So, we're not going that route. We're going to put the sweat equity in making our own gear, which has been the case this whole time. If perchance an enemy of ours has like a Mato blade, okay, fine. We'll use it much the way that Fully got his. And that Fang was denied his. Sorry, Fang. I wonder, if you're... Are you even here? Yeah, Fang. Fang Face. I'm sort of curious. Did you pick ninja blades for the aesthetic? Or did you know that Dimak was one of the first enemies that we would take on and you would get a Mato blade? Was it purposeful? Do I still own the building in the hub? Yeah, absolutely, I would. You can't unown buildings in Kenshi. Hey, you're calling me Human Horn. That's so sweet. Okay, their shop's over here. I should have known that. I think I lost one. Yeah, I lost Greaser. Come on, Grease. He is stuck, isn't he? Okay. My camera's not even allowing me to pan to him. What happened, dude? You're... Okay, Kang. We're gonna need a, a bit of an extraction here. He's just... I tried to do Control F11, it didn't work. As you saw the pop-up, it sometimes doesn't do anything. He just stuck. Polearms? I already know heavy polearm. I guess. I didn't realize that. Yep, there's not much else to buy here. Just some fish. Why not? Alright, Kang. How close are you to Greaser? Yeah, getting stuck happens. It's chiefly the reason why I have the sort of the follow the slowest leader as a way to travel. Because if you don't and you're in a squad formation, what ends up happening is if anyone gets stuck, everybody stops, which I guess in a way is safest, but it happens a lot where people will get stuck. In fact, I'll even demo it on my way over to the labs as a way to demonstrate what not to do. And gingerbread, cheers. So we'll walk as a group. We will do a military formation, and we will walk and get stuck constantly on our way to the Leviathan coast. Oh, and Glitch, where the heck are you? Oh, Lord. I lost 2. These things happen. Yeah, Rockfin, you want to spar a gorilla while we wait? Oh, 2 gorillas? Hey, Rain, you come over here. Oh, well, okay, everybody just jumped it. Well, Rockfin sparred a gorilla with almost no injuries. I have no idea about this one, because once it's a group fight, it gets all sorts of weird. But it's at least something to do. Entertain our army. Killing gorillas. Really, really poorly. Oh, and big old bone dogs, too. Bone dogs are a little bit easier. Alright, Glitch, how far off are you? Oh my god, I really ditched Glitch. Sorry, Glitch! I apologize, man. Didn't even notice. I think at this point I'm going to go back to the High Village, and anyone that got injured messing with the beak things, or gorillas that got seriously injured, will just take a bed. Like Mike. They have beds, right? Yeah. They got beds, but not in here. They have beds in the other buildings, I think. Might be trespassing. I'll save first. Oh, or they're just using them all. Is anyone really injured? Alright, so Glitch is here. Let's get moving. Yep, everybody's here. Good. Back Road Runner, thanks for the resub. You're a truck driver. Well, thank you. We are... Our dear country here in the U.S. is really at a lack of truck drivers. My biological father was a long-haul truck driver for a while, too. Do you have the, like, left side tan? And thank you for the resub, by the way. I appreciate it. And now your name makes a lot more sense. Back Roadrunner. Makes a lot more sense. Here, buddy. So I'm not too scared of the Fog Islands, so I'm just going to walk through it rather than around it. I actually might even go into Mongrel to shop for weapon blueprints, because it's not a terrible spot to get blueprints. And if we see any princes, I'll take some heads. Oh, actually, is this a print? Yeah, here we go. Fog prints. Found one. So fog princes are usually guarded by a few fog heavies. And fog princes are the ones that have the lootable items where you can loot and kill it. They also tend to... So fog princes, when they spawn, they tend to be dispatched to sort of like fog rituals. So that's another thing to consider is we could interrupt a fog ritual, but I don't really care about whoever the victim is. So here's the loot item. This prince went down. 6k per head. I'll give this, I'll have Glitch keep it because I ditched Glitch and I feel bad. And then there's the 3 heavies that are the fog soldiers that are not so tough either. I mean, they're tough, like, early game, but at this point, they're a bit of a joke to our army. With their own merc clubs, but very small merc clubs. And I think we're done here. We got the prince, and we'll get moving. Oh, look, is this... Nope, these are... Yeah, so this is a heavy. So there must be another prince here, too. They all kind of look the same. It's hard to tell. No, I don't see any princes here. Just a bunch of heavies and drones. So they might have been dispatched to protect the prince. So I'm just going to tell everybody to, like, run their fastest. Not that I'm fleeing, I just don't want to get wrapped up having to fight, like, swarms of hive. The fog hive, because it's, that's not what we're here for. I'm trying to get the library. So, into Mongrel. God, you guys won't stop, will you? Into Mongrel. The other thing is that hivers run real fast, so they're hard to outrun. Just because hivers are some of the fastest species, so... They're moving at 18 miles, or some of them are going to be moving faster at like 20 miles an hour. Which, my slowest, or fastest people move at like 24, so there's, you know... They're not that much faster. But we are faster. We are definitively faster, just not by such a margin that we could ignore them and leave them in the dust, like hungry bandits or whatever. I never really enjoy trying to find the entrance to Mongrel. Kind of annoying, the way their city is laid out. Here we are, just for some blueprints. And I only have, well, I guess I'll have 12k when I sell the head. But I don't have a lot of money on me. So let's huddle and heal. Get that head sold. And then blueprints for weapons would be probably most found. I could also check the backpack vendor, because that would be a good thing to buy as well. Well, let's pop our heads into the weapon shop. Short cleavers, I don't have. And hold sabers I don't have, so I'll buy both. Done. Tech shop, what about you? Well, they were blueprints. Let me double check. Got it, got it, got it. And for backpacks. They've got nothing. Alright. Anyone seriously injured to the group? Rockfin's mechanical arm got pretty walloped, I've got to say, but I don't think there's a repair bed here. Maybe in the mechanical or robotics workshop there might be a repair bed. Yeah, okay, I'll rent it. It's worth it just because of how badly smashed his arm was. That it was not going to regenerate within a normal amount of time without robot bed. 'Tis the disadvantage of being robotic is if you take a lot of damage, it could be kind of complicated and annoying to repair. It's a trade-off. So, let's say, Poetic, let's have you rent a bed. Any of the other people that are, like, somewhat significantly injured, I'll have them rent beds. I'm not too worried about the cost, even though I'm nearly out of cats. Because we'll make so much money going to the ancient lab that whatever money that I burn now, I'll make back like 15-fold in a few minutes. Or maybe not minutes, but you know what I mean. Oh, why am I under attack? I'll leave these guys resting for just one more minute or 2 more minutes, just to top up. Wow, you had a transmission down for nearly a month. Wow. That's a long time. Do you have any tips for us for like I don't do a lot of long distance driving, but when I do long distance driving, I do a lot of it at once. So like over Thanksgiving, I had a day where I went, I don't know, maybe drove 18 hours in a day, 20 hours in a day. It was unpleasant. Is there any good tips for the long haul? Because I know I have a lot of endurance. I do stream a lot at a clip, so at least I got that going on, right? The hardest part of your drives is the people that drive around you that don't respect you. Yeah, don't respect that you have a many-ton vehicle that could crush them in an instant without even noticing, and they cut you off and stuff. I marvel at how poorly people drive around massive trucks. Buvukovics, thank you for the sub. How do I say your name? Oh, so here's a fog eating ritual. So way these work, because I know I haven't really shown you one of these yet, is when the fogmen abduct people, they will strap you to a pole. Like, sorry for the bad camera work. It's a little weird. They strap you to a pole. These little fog poles. So here's a empty fog pole. Empty prisoner pole. And then once you are strapped there, then they will summon a hive prince. So the prince is this one here. That it's hard to click on. He's the one with kind of rounder head. I can't even click on him because he's so surrounded. They'll summon a prince to go attend the ceremony or the, I don't know, feast, I guess. And the prince will be escorted. So here's another prince. So there's 2 princes here. Or actually there's 3. This is a prince too. Dang, this is a triple prince feast. And the prince will be escorted by a few heavies. Everybody prays. And they consume you alive as you scream in agony and die. So that is... His leg has already been eaten. Her leg, I guess, has already been eaten. The other leg is about to go. And that's what the fog do. Which is why, when you are not experienced... Oh, and here's one that's queued up. So this is another servant here who is dying, who will be eaten soon. It's why you don't dilly-dally in fog territory unless you can wipe them out easily. And why you should never go alone, because if you're ever captured and you don't have people that could rescue you, you are food. And that's not good. Vix is fine? Well, thank you for the sub, Vix. I appreciate it. Longtime viewer, YouTuber, what brought you here? Oh, you like the Leonardo look, like you're a Ninja Turtle. So that's why you wanted the 2 ninja swords, not because you thought we were gonna hit Dimac early. Well, I'll get you at least Mark 1 swords manufactured as a mea culpa for, well, I guess it's really not my fault, but for the fact that Dimac disappeared on us. Look at this one Fogman. You're like the beep of fog. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna have Poetic beat you to death. Just to prove a point that you're an idiot. So here's what martial arts looks like. And that's what dodge looks like. Donk. Bye-bye. Martial arts, really high martial arts in Kenshi is like super lethal. You can become very dangerous. Oh, I wasn't doing the yeah, I'm doing the formation run. All right, let me keep doing that. Formation rollout. Yes, Kenshi is very dark, and there is a lot of corpse eating. A lot of animals eat corpses, a lot of other species eat corpses, humans eat corpses, hybrids eat corpses. We're heading actually into the HQ of cannibals in a minute here. So it's something to consider when you're aiming to play this game. You're gonna have to deal with a lot of that kind of stuff. Let me do a full cast call. Make sure we don't miss anyone. Yeah, we're all here. This also looks like the worst military formation ever. So here we are in the Shrieking Forest with Shrieking Bandits. There is a bit of a call and response going on here, which is a little interesting. There's also an opportunity to get some more ancient books in the Purple Sands area here, which we could perhaps take advantage of. But we're about to head to a lab, so my guess is we're not going to really need to do too much of that. But the Shrieking Bandits here are not cannibals, but they are, as you can see on the map here, well, if I could control the map properly. Come on. We are heading towards the cannibal plains, so we are sure to find some cannibals, I think. But these Shrieking Bandits they have a bunch of flesh cleavers and the like. And they just run around screaming like crazy, and then sometimes they will ask you in their weird shrieky language if questions or stuff, and if you don't respond correctly, they attack you. Oh my lord, I'm gonna want to get through the Purple Sands quickly. Is martial arts good against armored opponents? Martial arts is good against everyone when you're skilled enough. You know, when you're Bruce Lee, it doesn't really matter who your enemies are, as long as it's not a crossbow. That's the one caveat. Crossbows trump everything. That's something about Kenshi that is another big exploity, is like, if you had high crossbow skill, patience, an eagle cross, and a whole lot of bolts, you could probably kill everyone and everything without really having to worry too much. Like, because there's very few enemies in Kenshi that actually use crossbows. And then those that do use crossbows use them poorly generally. So it's, as a result, fairly easy to just kill everybody with what, like, you could probably kill the whole world with, like, a crossbow if you're patient enough. Alright, so we are picking this facility for, hey, there we are. That's exactly what we want. Engineering research, CPUs. Oh man, I'm gonna run out of bag space pretty quick. But this is another one of those ancient tech facility things that we can get some off of, just like the grid. So if you remember long ago, we went through the grid down here, and it had two of these types of facilities. There's a few up here as well. So, when in Rome, loot Rome. That's not the saying. But 3 engineering research is actually pretty good. Four. I stand corrected. But I'm mostly interested in the lab's cores, because we kind of have everything we want. Oh, another Masterwork Ranger. We kind of already have everything we want as far as ancient books is concerned, and everything left is locked behind AI core. It does remind me, prediction. How many cores am I going to get? What do you guys think? How many cores will the lab yield? So let's do 1 to 3 or 4 plus. That seems fair. And good luck. I think that's all this place got. Most of the other boxes are not really book boxes. They're armor plating and that kind of thing. So let's move on. Not terrible. Masterwork Ranger, some skeleton repair kits, a CPU unit, the blade. That's a good few thousand, given that we only have 1,000 left. And that is one of the post-ancient workshops. We're the only one in the area. So let's keep going northwest. Get out of the purple sand so your ears are spared the loud wind noises. So here is some cannibals. This is what the cannibals look like. Bloody, nasty, and they're immediately hostile to everyone. My fight's not really with them. I just want to get to the library. But the cannibals do have a social structure, much like most of the other factions. And there are leaders. The cannibal wizards. With their own bounties. And their own capital. There is a cannibal capital. Now we're on the Iron Coast, or nearly on the Iron Coast, and on the Iron Trail. So that means we're in more spider territory. These old iron spiders get active. They're not quite as strong as the security spiders, but there can be many active ones at once. So in the Bertha Hive series, sometimes I would be assaulted at home by like 40 of these things. They just kind of like build up and roam at you, and it can get pretty hairy. A little bit of swimming. Just make sure you're not swimming where the iron spiders are, or they'll hack your limbs off as you try to swim. And this little island here is very filled with nasties. So be careful. Yeah, you're going for 1 to 3, which is more likely, but you can't pass up the odds of the long shot of the 4+. I know. The last one I got had 4+. It depends if I channel my inner streamer luck or not. Hard to predict. I'm going to do a full... Let's see. Select. Do a full roster check. Yep, no one missing. No dots anywhere they're not supposed to be. So we're good. Yeah, the chance of 4+ is quite low. I did get it last time, though. Will lightning strike twice? I have no idea. Yep, those are live. Once I get closer to the facility, I might want to kill off all the spiders around me. One of the advantages is there's not going to be a lot else other than the security spiders, so I don't have to worry about blood spiders or anything like that up here. It's not going to be like that. And headshot, I'm going to move you up to the 1 position. So it's easier to control you. Or 2, I guess. Rockvin's 1. Come on. Oh, I already pissed off 1 spider. Everybody hold. And they're coming out... Let me get a better picture. I want to see how many there are. So bottom floor, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's kind of nasty. Or 6. No, 5. Second floor, there's only 3. A little bit better. Top floor. Oh, boy. There's 13 security spiders here. Well, it's going to be a really good gauge. Because we've done one of these facilities in the past, and you've seen how difficult it was for us. So it's going to be a really good point of reference of, like, how far we've come. So, Mr. King, drop that bag. Headshot range. And I'm going to try to micro this as best I can. Oh, there's 2 of them coming out. Ouch. We do have slightly better shirts, but our legs are really no more guarded than they ever once were. And yeah, these things are absolutely demolishing. One of the things I'm eager to see is, yep, there goes Shona. Is some of the other weapons, like Fooley's Meito Blade. Rockfin. So everybody here ought to move. So I'm going to hit passive and have him back up. And then Rockfin, you're going to tap out of this now too. Because you're honestly just crawling on the ground. Kang is honestly faring pretty well. Oh, Shona. Old passive crawl the other way. Oh, Rockfin just lost a leg. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to be as fast as Kang, eventually. Ruka, would you be so kind as to pick me, my broken self, up off the ground? I would say pretty obviously that was not intentional delimbing. I was having him disengage and trying to have him back up. It just so happened I couldn't. Kang's still holding his own. Fully is as well. This spider here is almost tapped completely. This spider is almost entirely undamaged. So here, Ruka, park us in the middle there. Let's try to destroy this one, knock this one offline. Oh, Sharppoint's head is... Oh boy, yep, there it goes. All right, Sharppoint, you hold. How is this one still on? There it goes, finally. Jesus. Fully, your leg's not looking so good, so I'm going to have you passive and go stand with Shona over there. Rain is really not in that much danger. Sharppoint. Probably should not re-enter fight because his head is really bashed in. And this one's down. Alright, now before I continue into the additional fighting, I'm going to heal everyone up. I'm going to do some medicing, so unhold. Send everyone in, and then I'm going to have the ones that are wounded... Where are you? Don't go downstairs. The ones that are wounded start to rest up if I can find beds for them. Or if I can place beds for them, I should say. Sometimes it's fussy. Wait, King, how do you... Oh, because I dropped your bag. Yeah. Right, headshot still ready to go. So those that got hurt was Rockvin, who is currently crippled, so he's not going to see a lot more combat. Yeah, he still has other leg injuries, though, so I'm going to put a camp bed down and have him rest, just so it's not like another limb, yet another limb. So, Ruka, you're going to have to put that bed for him. Not really going to be able to do it himself. There we are. Who else is hurt? Shona. You hobble over here. And build a bed. Rain. Went all the way downstairs, so it's good I noticed. Or I guess I didn't notice, but it's good I'm trying to have a rest. And that... Oren is... Yeah, okay, you're hurt enough that I'll do it for you as well. Rain went through? Oh, I didn't see that. 2 down, 13 to... or 11 to go. Everybody's holding passive. Sharp point, you need to rest too. Fang, you want to be up? Alright. I think that's everybody that is injured. Except for Fang, because he's fresh into the fight. Oh no, fully. Right. And Fang has only really one more hit left on him, so Night Knave, you're gonna get ready. Yep, Fang's down. That was a good effort, though. Holding passive. Night Knave just got yeeted off the entire... Oh, and he warped back up. Perfect. Nope, stop it. Okay, so this guy... This security spider is offline. Let me pull a muscle. And not fight near the edge, because... Here, let me rebuild. Nope, mesh data can't be rebuilt. Okay. Callie, where are you? Go patch. And then Night Knave, you're gonna go build a bed. It's, I mean, we're getting through it. I think most of the effort, because we're using weapons that are very inefficient against robots, most of the effort is actually just, Headshot's Ranger that's putting in a lot of work. But I'm fine with that. This is more about the technology and less about, everything else. Alright, Fang, get up. So Oren's nearly fully healed from the wounds. She's going to be the next up. So Callie, you're next up to tank. What melee weapons are good against robots? Well, it depends. Like, Paladin crosses are really good against robots. There's also some hackers that are good against robots that have bonuses to robots. So if we take a look at, like, the katanas here, damage versus robots minus 39%. Armor penetration minus 30%. So their katanas are, like, particularly bad against robots because they have a negative penalties. Whereas if we take a look at Foley, for instance, with that Meito Blade, this Meito Blade doesn't have any penalties against robots. It's kind of evenly good against everybody. And then I don't have any other weapons to demo at the moment, but there are some weapons that have robot bonuses, like Paladin crosses, that do extra damage against robots. Or you could just go for, like, extreme damage, where you could instead just decide, you know what, I'm gonna grab, like, a falling sun and just do the most damage possible. That doesn't actually have specific bonuses against robots, but they hit like a truck. And they would work pretty effectively as well. Oh! Callie, saved by the headshot bell. Tapped. Med yourself. And throw another bed down. It is very convenient when everyone has enough carry strength to, like, just carry their own beds. And then I know I have one bed for each. And then as soon as they're fully healed, they just pick up their bed that they were laying on. It's a very perfect scenario. For real? You could shoot through walls? I think she's just aiming. I hope. And then Thor, you're on deck. Ooh, I like the shimmy. You see that shimmy? Doing the electric slide. Donk, he's unconscious. No! Mike, you're on deck. Thor, stay out of it, you'll lose a leg. I learned that the hard way a second ago. This robot is getting awfully close to everybody else just standing around. Pull them back. And it's tapped. Alright, headshot with yet another muscle. Okay, and then Mike and Thor need to sleep. Oops. That was Thor's bed. Oron is almost done. And headshot's ready for round 6, I think. Jacobot's like, no! Must sleep. No rest. Alrighty. You. I like how I could just click on them and they magically show up. Will I prep the fight slightly away from the rest of the folks? I mean, I could. I'm not that worried. Alright, Gizo on deck. Thorfinn on whatever you call double deck. We'll go with double deck. I think it is double deck. Shows how much I know about American sports. And for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, this is baseball terminology. Sort of. Oh. Oh! Oh! Wow! Robot coming swinging! Jeez Louise. Headshot's gonna, yep, take a... get crunched in that. Alright, we're gonna need triple deck here. Tilk. This thing's almost tapped out. Turda, you next. I might need to take a restful breather after this, because, I'm running through my roster rather quickly. Turda. Deck. There you go. Ooh, we blocked one. Just the once. And it's out. That robot did more damage than all the other robots. Easily. It's every now and then they just get lucky with the, like, chain staggering and just not being able to make that much progress. Yeah, I saw Giza was up, but he wasn't really, he wasn't threatened. Who here has some medical supplies? Yeah, I think I'm gonna rest a little bit, just because, Headshot's arm got, mushed. And she's the one responsible for doing, like, 2/3 of the damage. So, it would be a little foolish to then jump into the next fight with her, my, main DPSer being, partially out of commission. And I have been out of commission oh, wrong person. So long that Oren is back into circulation. Is anyone else? Probably not. These things do hit, like... I guess technically Rockfin's fully healed, but he's also losing a leg, so... That's Not exactly going to allow him to go. So Kang and Night Knave are very close. And those are the only ones that are close. Other than Headshot, because Headshot's arm was only one hit, and then I pulled her away. Rockfin can still fight if he needs to, but he has to crawl around like he's a crab raider. So probably best not. Where does Leg go? Oh, and what the heck? I didn't even notice those two glitched through the ground and joined the underworld. Oh, and they're hurt. Thorfinn's hurt. Thank you for tuning in to Kenshi Shek's Conquest, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 6th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you for everyone that turns out to a live stream, subs, becomes a Patreon patron, or just simply likes and subscribes on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Shek.